Hi guys, so I'm just out checking out some artwork and I wanted to quickly do a video about the Prince Andrew situation. So apparently Andrew's titles have been completely taken away. He's no longer Prince Andrew, he's Andrew Mountbatten Windsor. You guys remember how it was Archie Mountbatten Windsor until Harry and Meghan decided that they're really the Sussexes. So it's Archie Sussex, Lily Sussex. So much simpler, so much nicer. Good thing they did that because now the disgraced former Prince Andrew, is now Andrew Mountbatten Windsor because King Charles, his brother and the current ruling monarch, has stripped him of his Duke of York title and also his Prince title. So he's not Prince Andrew anymore. He is Andrew Mountbatten Windsor. That's huge. It's unprecedented. It's never happened in any of our lifetimes. You know, probably back in the 1940s, apparently somebody lost their Prince title. Well, actually, that might be in some people's lifetime, but there are people alive who were born in the 40s. But for most of us, we've never seen or heard of anything like this where certainly in the British royal family that somebody actually loses the title of prince or princess, right? So because of all of Andrew's, I guess, his transgressions, his evils, his sins, his poor judgment, they just are cutting him loose. He's also been served with notice to vacate his current residence at Royal Lodge. And yeah, he's going to be living in the Sandringham Estates, whatever that means. It sounds to me that it's still a royal residence. So if you're moving him from one royal residence to the next royal residence, I'm really not sure what that all even means. But apparently at Sandringham, King Charles will be paying for Andrew and not the British taxpayers. So there is that. Well, you know, this is all going to ricochet back to Harry and Meghan because, of course, all that the Rangers are talking about today is not so much Andrew. Is okay, you did it for Andrew. Hurry up and get it done for Harry and Meghan. Strip them of their titles. Strip Harry of the title Prince. And definitely strip Archie and Lilibet of Prince and Princess. So we have to wait and see how this all plays out. I mean, obviously, if they could do it for one, they could do it for others. I mean, there's several lessons here, obviously. One is that Harry and Meghan were absolutely right, especially Harry, to leave the royal fold, leave Frogmore Cottage and get their own house and make their own money. Because if this is how you treat the spare, you know, at your whim, okay, whatever Andrew did, he did. But the fact that, you know, you can't exactly take away King Charles's residence, and you won't be able to take away William's residence when he becomes king, but William can take away Harry's residence, and King Charles can and has taken away Harry's residence, Frogmore Cottage, right, which was given to him by the Queen. So the first lesson is when you're in the royal family and you're the spare or whatever you are, make your own money on the side and have a lot of it. And where possible, get your own house. Get your own house, right? So nobody can kick you out. That's the first lesson. But there are other lessons as well because, and yeah, I guess that's really the only lesson. I thought there were two lessons, but I can't think of the second one right now. But definitely Harry and Meghan were right to have left and gotten their own house far, far away from the royal family because at any moment, all of that can be taken away. And William apparently has threatened to take away Princesses Eugenie and Beatrice's titles as well. Because if their father, Prince Andrew, is no longer prince, how are they princess? It doesn't really make logical sense, right? For them to be princess, they are the daughters of a prince, but their father is no longer a prince. So how can they continue to be princess? It's very, very interesting, right? The tangled web you weave. But so Andrew is out, and so the Derangers are calling for Harry and Meghan to lose theirs. And at this rate, we won't be surprised by anything. But Harry and Meghan, they don't need titles, right? They will still be Harry and Meghan. People will still be inviting them on foreign tours. They still will have Archwell. Meghan will still have her brand as ever. Harry will still have Invictus Games. Everything is going to be the same. I think what they have to be careful about in England is that they reduce the monarchy down to nothing, so that in the end, all that's left after Charles dies is his former wife, right? And then Camilla, and then, I don't know how that works because she's also a monarch. She's not his whatever that was supposed to be. She was supposed to be. What was she supposed to be? She was supposed to be the whatever the heck. I don't even remember. There was a word for her, but they didn't do that. They made her a monarch. So my question now becomes, when Charles dies, is Camilla no longer a monarch? That doesn't really make sense if you think about that. When Charles dies, it seems that Camilla is still a monarch if she outlives him, right? And then when she dies, William takes the throne, right? But let's assume I'm wrong, and when Charles dies, Camilla steps down, which is what I think they all think will happen and should happen. So William then becomes king, but who is left in the royal family? Harry's not there. Apparently, William is planning to strip Harry of his title and Meghan. So that he's not there. Anne is old, if she's even alive, right? What's his name? Andrew is now Andrew Mountbatten Windsor. He's not a royal. You have Edward and Sophie living over at Bagshot Estate, whatever that even means. But who's really left to continue this monarchy?